So Michael Venom Page's kick connected to Cyborg Santos' head, and he's got a fracture. There he is in hospital. Now, you will hear Joe Rogan saying this is, the most severe injury he's seen in MMA history or something like that. Now, Joe Rogan is, highly exaggerating this, fueled mostly by his lack of education on the subject, like a lot of the things Joe Rogan talks about, like the NASA moon landing. Now, the point really here, which I'll get to right now, is that your brain is not behind these cracked pieces of bone here. This is actually the frontal sinus, which is, just pretty, I would hope, commonly known anatomy among most people, but people like Rogan maybe not. This is your frontal sinus cavity. This is what caved in when Michael Venom Page's knee connected to Cyborg Santos' head. You can see it in the side scans. Generally the bone behind the cavity is a little bit thicker than the bone in front of the cavity, but of course the fight obviously should have been stopped. You can't fight like that. And also there was some fracturing to the right side, which could have damaged his eye if the fight continued, obviously. But the point is, it's nowhere near as severe as certain uneducated media or people like Joe Rogan want to infer. Here is a picture of someone with a frontal sinus fracture. It is fractured in the exact same fashion as Cyborg Santos' fracture. As you see in Cyborg Santos' fracture, it's pretty much the same thing right here. You just have a little more cracking over here, and this part which is cracked, which is obviously that would create a problem if you were punched there a few more times. But the essential point is just to demonstrate that Joe Rogan, once again, is talking about things he doesn't understand. But in all honesty, the MMA community are pretty unintelligent people, bunch of folk. You compare it to the WWE fans, you would seem good in comparison, but at the end of the day, the MMA community are pretty unintelligent. Double-digit IQs. I don't mean even high 90s, probably mid to low 80s is the average for the MMA fans.